Good morning, App Properties. It is July 31st, and it is also Fire It Up Friday. So I want to tell you this. Who doesn't love words that start with the letter F, right? I want to show you something that good friends of mine just got me for my birthday, and it was in the COVID mail, and I just got it back. But I thought it was very appropriate for today. Wouldn't you say, Kevin?
Fire It Up Friday. 2 F words in that one.
That's right. So we're excited for another great wrap-up of this week and as we head into the weekend. So Kevin, can you tell us what we've got?
Yeah, Amy, today we're going to talk about how the market is moving, how inventory is low, and specifically about negotiations and multiple offers. In this market that's moving quickly, it's really important that we have to prep our clients and we have to understand how we manage these situations. This past Wednesday on our Ninja Accelerator, we talked through the 5 points of negotiation. Today, we take it further to discuss specifically how to handle multiple offers and also in terms of collaborative negotiation.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I want to kick off with the topic of collaborative negotiation. I think this is so critical. We always need to remember why our clients hired us. They want us to make sure that we're going to help get them to the finish line. And so it's our job to make sure that we do that and that we work with our fellow brokers to get our buyers and sellers on the same page. There's going to be a lot of roadblocks that can get into the way when we are working through negotiations. And sometimes what we are seeing, and I've actually experienced this with a couple of brokers over the past few weeks, is we sometimes create situations where the negotiations are a little bit tense and we suddenly begin to think that maybe the other agent is being unethical in their approach, or that they're working an angle, or that they are completely unrealistic when it comes to the market because of what their buyer or what their seller might be expecting in regards to negotiating. But you have to remember this. We don't always know the conversations the other broker is having with their client. And we have to remember that it's our job to best serve our clients' intentions. And I had an experience where, there was an agent who had a buyer, an agent who had a seller, and the negotiations got a little bit heated. And what I think I coached these brokers through is you got to take a step back and realize that, the seller might have certain things that are important to them, and it's that agent's responsibility to make sure that they get that for their client. Same is true for the buyers. So you always have to remember that it's your job to be collaborative and get there. So here are 3 things that I want you to think about. First is make sure to prep your clients when they receive an offer coming in or they're getting a counter offer, that it's in their best interest to move quickly. We've oftentimes seen that situation where you are representing a buyer and you feel like the seller is moving very slowly. When a seller starts moving slowly or the negotiations take a long time, it sucks the energy out of both parties. Suddenly the excitement of either receiving an offer or putting an offer in gets tangled into this long drawn out negotiation. And we suddenly begin to forget, what the goal is. So make sure that you prep your client ahead of time to move quickly in negotiations and to continue to pace to get it done. And when you are working with a seller and when you receive an offer, even if it's 15% off of list price, thank them for the offer. Really say that you're going to do what you can to work with them to see if you can get their client and your seller together on this. You've got to come at it from a positive attitude. How many of us have had a really low offer to start, but we've ended up getting it to the finish line? And then we want to remember to use the term we. We is so important when you're working with the other broker on the other side. When you are working with them and either presenting an offer or you've received something, I think you need to make sure to say, hey, listen, I want us to work together, and it's going to be the 2 of us that are going to make sure to get this deal done. About 10 years ago, an agent said one thing to me that has always stuck in my mind. And she said, as brokers, we are either deal makers or deal breakers. So I encourage you to focus on being collaborative during negotiations and be a deal maker.
I love that. Be a deal maker. I'm going to get a shirt sent with that on it and wear it next time. For multiple offers now, let's go into multiple offers. Those were great tips. And I encourage everyone, if you watch this video today, watch it again in a week, watch it again in 3 weeks, because the tips that Amy's giving there are super important. And sometimes we forget and we get sucked up into the emotions and whatnot. I think those are really good reminders. So in terms of multiple offers can be super tricky, and we psych ourselves out sometimes, but it is quite easy. And here's how I'm going to show you, here's how we can make it easy. The first is, like anything else, when Amy talks about collaborative negotiation, when we talk about writing a contract, when we talk about receiving, plan up front. Talk with your buyers and sellers about how you might handle multiple offers. Plan up front before you're in the situation with multiple offers. That's number one. Number two is get your sellers written direction. It can be an email, to not share any information about multiple offers. Now that can be changed. What that means is if you have a buyer's agent that asks you if you have any other offers, you can't lie. You can't say no if you do. But what you can say, whether you do or don't, is that the seller has directed me not to disclose whether or not we have other offers. And again, that may change. It may be in the best interest of the seller, with their direction at some point, to disclose that there are multiple offers. But at least this gets you some direction from the very beginning from the seller. And the third is be organized and have a system up front for how you handle multiple offers. There's some great brokers out there that have a spreadsheet where they can do easily a side-by-side comparison of any offers that they receive. And going back to the 5 points of negotiation from this past Wednesday, remember that it's not just about price. And what this organization allows the seller to do is to see just that there are other terms, inclusions, exclusions, dates, contingencies that could leverage an offer and make it more attractive or beneficial to the seller. So you have to be organized, and you have to plan ahead, and you want to get the seller's direction in writing in terms of whether or not you can disclose. But here is the key rule. When I said that handling multiple offers is easy, it's easy because we don't make the decisions. It's like anything else. We provide the options, and the seller or the buyer, they make the decision. So the three potential options that a seller has when they receive multiple offers, the first is they can work with just one. They can accept and negotiate just one right off the bat straight away. The second is they could negotiate with all of the multiple offers independently, meaning they could treat them all independently. They can negotiate with offer number one to try to get to the price and terms they want. They can negotiate with offer number three to try to get to the terms and price they want. That's the second way to handle it. And the third is the one that's probably most common that we've heard, which is best and final. And with best and final, remember, this is where organization is key. Set a date and time when all offers must be in, so communication is clear. Make sure everybody understands what the seller's expectations are, that they want an offer in writing by this date and time. And if you're clear with everybody, then things will go much more smoothly. Remember, uncertainty kills deals. Uncertainty creates drama. And so remember, during this time when you're handling multiple offers, that you do stay in close communication. And lastly, to close, when it comes to multiple offers, this is really important because we've all been on both sides of this, where we as listing agents must present all offers at any time that are submitted to us to the seller. And that even means if we have a verbal agreement, if we have a written contract that's been signed and executed, and that means even the day before closing. So remember that on both sides, when you're a listing agent, that you need to present all offers at all times to your seller. And if you're a buyer's agent, understand that the listing agent is required by law to present all offers to the seller, and then the seller is able to make a decision on how they want to proceed.
Kevin, awesome point. Super important because I know a lot of you are dealing with multiple offers right now. So those are some great tips that Kevin just laid out for you. So one quick reminder, if you have not taken the ECampaign Workshop to learn how to use this awesome new and improved tool that you can use in your business, make sure to take it. There are on-demand classes that have been videoed from some of the past workshops that Kevin has done over the last few weeks. We also have another training coming up next week. So check it out on the Agent app and be sure to sign up. Tons of people are using it, and we are getting great feedback from brokers on this new revamped and revived ECampaign. So make sure to check it out.
And also a reminder about App Showing Concierge. It's a great new service where we have trained, qualified brokers available to support you and your business. So make sure you check that out on the Agent app too. If you search Concierge, it will come up. If you search Showing Concierge, it will come up. Just make sure that you check that out because it could be an asset for you as a listing agent. If you do need support, it could be an asset for you if you are looking to be available to show and help other brokers grow their business and at the same time gain experience and make a small income as well. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you have a great Friday and fire it up.
And remember, there's no better time than now
to do it now.
That's right. Make it a great weekend, you guys. We will see you on Monday.